Alright people, Max Saladin here again, and welcome back to another Mass Effect Legendary Edition Insanity Run video. Today we're getting on with the main story at last. We've recruited everybody we could up to this point, and now it's time to take on the Horizon mission. Going to be fighting a lot of collectors during this mission. Harbinger's going to be assuming control a lot, which is probably the most annoying thing in the game. Because you're always just about to take down a collector, they've barely got any health left, and then Harbinger comes in with assuming control and their health goes back up and they get armoured up, and it's just really annoying. A lot of barred enemies, so it's good to have Miranda here to use warp on them, which helps us out. And we need Mordin again because a lot of armoured enemies are going to be showing up. And especially when Harbinger assumes control, he likes to be fully armoured, so Mordin will help with that as well. It's always those collector drones that Harbinger takes over. Like, you waste your time getting their barrier down and then most of their health, and then suddenly he just jumps in and like boosts their health back up again. It's so annoying when you were just about to take one down, but you had to stop to reload or something. It's probably one of the most annoying things in Mass Effect 2 on Insanity. The rest of the time it doesn't really matter that much because you're not too worried about combat or dying if you're on normal or casual difficulty. But on Insanity, whenever Harbinger shows up and takes over one of them, it just adds an extra level of tension to a fight, because then you've got to take him down.
Collector ship disrupting communications.
I think we can get the collector heavy weapon around here somewhere. The laser, I actually don't know the proper name of it. It's the particle rifle, is that it? I think there's one around this area of the map, or maybe it's a little further ahead. No, it's husks. Normally you don't worry about husks, but in Insanity they are really annoying. Come on. Mordin, use Incinerate. Save me. Okay, that almost killed him. We'll fortify ourselves and we'll just back up, because these husks are doing some serious damage. Thanks Miranda or whoever took down that husk. Mordin, Incinerate that one. Okay. And we're just left with this drone. Miranda's down. Oh well. I think because it's the last enemy, she should. Oh no, there's two of them. She should just pop back up again once we take this guy out. Oh, another one showed up over there. Oh, Miranda's back up anyway. I don't know what happened there. She was definitely greyed out. I thought she was down. Normally, when your squad mate goes down, you have to wait until you clear out the rest of the enemies in an area for them to respawn or whatever, unless you're going to waste metagel on them. But I sort of want to keep metagel for the end of this level. There's a pretty tough sort of boss fight against the I can't remember what you call the
Elusive man was right.
excuse me, can't remember what you call the final enemy in this mission, but it's the one that flies around and gets really in close to you, and it does that sort of blowing itself up attack. When it gets really close to you, it's pretty annoying. And it's got a big two laser beams that can fire out at you that really do a lot of damage. I think it's called a Puritan or a something beginning with P like that. I can't remember its correct name, but I think people know what I'm talking about. It's the sort of flying type collector enemy. We'll just quickly head in here. We'll take out the enemies before we hack that safe, because I think if they shoot you when you're in the middle of hacking it, knocks you out of hacking, and then you lose your chance to get whatever's in the save. Warp and Incinerate. Incinerate isn't really that useful whenever they still have the barrier up, but it does a little bit of damage. So might as well hit them with it when it's available. Okay, right, that goes down here. This one. Okay, these two, and this one and this one. Ugh, excuse me. Don't think there's any collectors left, is there? Over here somewhere? Yeah, there's one. Blow up that canister. Good bit of damage, nice. Don't think there's any more. We'll just check this building for any anything to hack or steal or whatever.
Victim appears conscious, fully aware, trapped in stasis.
So I guess we saved these colonists because they haven't been unloaded in their pod yet. I'm assuming since Shepard showed up here, they're going to be okay. So at least they managed to save a few he managed to save a few colonists after this time. Of course, Ashley's going to survive somehow. It's really strange that she doesn't get taken because in a cutscene we missed at the start of this mission because I just skipped over to get into the action. Ashley, of course, gets frozen like these people, but she's left out in the middle of the grassy street area. And like, it's pretty surprising that she didn't just get taken by the collectors. Yeah, we've got the particle beam now. Probably not going to use it a lot. I like to save it for tough enemies. And you only get a limited amount of heavy ammo in this game. So you just can't whip out the heavy weapon every single time you get into trouble. You sort of want to save it for very specific fights, or if you're really having a tough time and you just want to get past some enemy, you might whip it out then. The other Harbinger, he's assumed control of that collector. We'll take out these other ones first, because if we concentrate on the Harbinger first, take him down, but there are other collectors still wandering about. Like I was complaining about earlier, he can just assume control of them, and you have to fight him over again. It's pretty annoying. And he does have a pretty good dark energy attack there. Luckily I'm dodging it. What happens is you get hit by that, you get stun locked, and then he just machine guns you to death, or particle beams you to death, or whatever. I didn't see these guys over here, but we were going to want to take them down pretty quickly because Harbinger could assume control of them. And this one we want to get him too. Alright, oh, there's quite a few of them left actually. I'm guessing Harbinger's going to take one of these ones because we're a bit slow getting to them. If I can get a shot on this guy quickly, come on. That guy just flew in, he might get assumed. He's took one in the background there. But I don't think there's much I could have done about that because those were just new enemies that were flying in. It's the barrier that really makes Harbinger annoying because that's a bit of a bullet sponge before you can get into the armor. At least once you take down the armor, that's kind of him defeated. And there's not another health bar level to him that you have to take out as well, or that would be pretty annoying as well. I see he's stun locking with his dark energy attack or whatever. Up! Another one took half my health, and there's someone shooting at me from over there. This is a really bad position to be in. We can't really get a shot on that guy from here. Harbinger's going to assume control of him, and my health's are way down. Yeah, I'll just fortify myself and just try to machine gun that guy. I was lucky that was the last of my assault rifle ammo. Managed to pick up some more there. But again, this isn't a great amount of ammo. We're really going to want to stalk it. Yeah, we must have walked over some more there because it went up again. I think that's all the collectors in this area. That was really just a fight to introduce the idea of Harbinger assuming control. He's going to be doing that from now on whenever we face collector enemies. So we're going to have to be ready for that. I don't think the next battle in this area is that hard. But it does put two of those weird sort of cannibal... they look like cannibals from Mass Effect 3 sort of, with how messed up looking they are. But that's not what they're called. They're called Scions or Scions or Sillons or something like that, begin with S that I can't really remember. And they're pretty dangerous as well. They're armoured up. So it's good we brought Mordin and Miranda for them. Had them with Incinerate and Warp.
Seems like it's hard to hide.
And they tend to always come in twos. Whenever you see one of them, there's always going to be another one pretty close to it.
Propaganda.
They like to do is hit you with like a shockwave attack, stun locks you, knocks you out of cover, and then they just shoot you with their little pistol, which does quite a bit of damage. They're a pretty tough enemy. You don't really want them getting too close to you. And another thing about them that's annoying is normally when you're fighting a Scion or whatever they're called, they normally have a lot of husks around them. They sort of use the husks to, whenever they stun lock you with their like shockwave attack, then a lot of husks have like a free chance to just beat Shepard to death, and it can be really a deadly combo if they hit you with their little stun locking shockwave move, and then send a lot of husks in to attack you. So this guy, he was just a survivor. He hid in this what is this, a garage or something? He doesn't really have much interest in fighting. He doesn't really trust us or trust the Alliance or want any part of what we're doing, so he's just going to hide in here. We'll see him again at the end of the mission, where he sort of blames us for not doing enough to help. But honestly, we're the only people that bothered to show up here to do anything, so he was kind of being a bit harsh. Yeah, see here the husks, and where's the Scion enemy? That's not their name, but I can't remember what these guys are called. I've actually never heard their name said out loud, that's why I can't pronounce it properly. Oh, what happened there? Was I shot in the back or something? Guess my health was a lot further down than I thought, and I wasn't paying attention in that firefight. Okay, so maybe this area isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. We didn't even see the enemy I was worried about yet, so that's a bad sign. Okay, at least it didn't put us too far back. I was kind of worried we were going to be at the start of that other fight or something. Okay, so I think we'll stick to this wall, and instead of trying to flank them on the left like I was trying to do the last time, this is maybe a better position. Force them to... yes, Harbinger assumed control of that one that I almost had taken down. Okay, these husks are getting a bit close. Mordin, please incinerate. Nice. Miranda, warp his barrier and his armor up. Okay, we managed to dodge that. Nice. There's one of the Scions or Scions or whatever they're called.
Indeed.
Coming in from the right. Scion. Yeah, is that what you would pronounce that? S-C-I-O-N? Scion? I'm just gonna keep calling it Scion. But yeah, they can be a pretty deadly enemy if you don't watch them. Oh, that guy's gonna get assumed by Harbinger, isn't he? Miranda's down, so he can't warp his barrier. We're gonna concentrate on the Scion anyway. So far, he's not really done much damage to us. Come on, he's almost out. Again, he And it does just look like a cannibal enemy. And I knew Harbinger was going to soon control that guy. I just knew it. Oh well, we'll
Just the thing.
incinerate him, even though that's not going to be much use. We'll get Miranda back up here because we could really use her warping ability on these on this barrier. I ran out of ammo for the assault rifles, so I'm using a pistol. I've not really got a good pistol. Well, it's not that I don't have a good pistol, it's that I don't have pistols upgraded as well as I should. So I was kind of concentrating on upgrading assault rifles and sniper rifles. Had him warp around it, and that should make it easier for his shields to go down. We'll swap to the shotgun because he's getting in close here. Incinerate, please, Morden. Okay, that actually took him down pretty easily. Thanks, Morden. Go out the sniper rifle because this guy's pretty far back. I want to get him before Harbinger assumes control because he's going to do it because he only has a bit of health left. Oh, there, we luckily got him. Okay, I thought there was going to be 2 Scions, if that's even how you pronounce that, in this area. But I guess they only send 1 to start. Maybe it's in the next area they sent 2 of them at you at once. But I shouldn't have been that worried about that one because he didn't really get a chance to stun lock Shepard and send the husks in. We managed to hide behind that wall was a good tactic. Better than my first attempt where I was trying to flank them by heading sort of upstairs.
I expected to run across more paralyzed colonists in this
we'll just
area.
check around here just in case there's anything to hack or steal. Or if we can replenish that metagel we used to help Miranda. Just fighting this boss enemy in the next area, we kind of want to have as many chances to use metagel as possible just in case. Oh, excuse me. Looks like there's not really anything up there we could have used. Oh well. Okay, hack the door. Okay, that one. This one. And this one. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, there's the 2 Scions coming in. Okay, warp and incinerate and try to get a nice little headshot on this guy. Okay, that took down half his health, nice. We sort of trapped him behind this wall. Okay, come on. Right, that's good. We're going to get that. See, this is what I was worried about, getting stun locked by husks. Please fortify yourself and just run for it. And there's a metagel kit, nice. Warp and incinerate, please. These husks are annoying. Why couldn't you go chase Morden and Miranda? Come on. Nice. Okay, replenish that metagel and we'll hit them with incinerate and warp again, please. And we'll get a nice little adrenaline boost. More husks. So I want to concentrate on them because they really enjoy running right up to Shepard, which is annoying. More. Okay, we're going to get stunned like by this Scion and those husks are going to destroy us. We've got to get out of here. Warp, please. Please put down the Scion. Nice, Miranda, cheers. Come on. Fortify yourself just to stay alive. Miranda's down. Okay, that's not good. Morden, thank you, Morden, with your incinerate. That really got us out of that jam. See, the husks on Insanity, they're a lot more deadly than usual. Normally they're kind of a joke of an enemy, but on Insanity they can really gang up on you. And none of them seem interested in going to find Morden. They just want to chase Shepard. At least it's giving us an excuse to use the shotgun. Because on Insanity, the shotgun, I find it sort of not really that useful at all.
There's the transmitter.
Okay, that's Miranda back up. We need to get some ammo for this assault rifle. And there's some. We could do with another clip because we're not at full ammo yet. Thought there might have been some laying around over here somewhere. There's some heavy ammo. Oh, we didn't really need it. We should have left that there until we needed it. Oh no. We'll just save quickly just in case if we die at this next part it makes us redo the first section, which would be annoying, but hopefully that's not the case, but we'll just save anyway.
Normandy, do you copy?
Okay, so we've hacked the defense towers, or the AA guns or whatever,
Can you get the colony's defense
so they'll start firing on the collector ship.
Errors in the calibration software
Or maybe ED has to,
time to bring the towers to full power.
ED has to power them up first or something like that, and we need to defend the tower while she does it.
Collectors will respond with force to stop it.
We'll stop
So
then.
does it go straight into this
Easy enough.
boss fight, or is there a few rounds of fighting collectors first? I think you fight collectors first, and then on the third round they send in the boss enemy. I can't remember what its name is, but I keep wanting to call it a Protectatron, but that's the thing from Fallout, the little robot guy, and that's definitely not what its name is. I just remember it's a name that begins with P, I'm pretty sure. Come on. We probably shouldn't concentrate on Harbinger until we get these other enemies down, because we just like to assume control of them, but we'll leave him fairly weak, so it's not going to be too much of a threat, I think. He's at half health. We'll finish him off just in case that dark energy attack stun locks us with these husks charging in. Because as we've seen, husks are actually pretty deadly. Because they're like the only enemy that likes to get really up close and in Shepard's face. Everyone else, most of the collectors or the enemies with long range attacks, they're pretty happy to just stay back and use cover. Which means we can stay back and use cover and just sort of wait for our health to go up most of the time. But with the husks, they don't let you have that opportunity. They just charge in and they just beat you until you die if you're not careful. We'll just fortify ourselves to get some shots off. This Harbinger's going to assume control shortly. I can just feel it coming. Probably gonna get this guy because I've got his health at halfway and he likes to be annoying like that. Okay, we got him, nice. More than Miranda. Let's go. Right there's some ammo. We can get our assault rifle back, nice. Hit him with warp, please, Miranda. Don't know why we couldn't select it there for some reason. That was a bad position. Is Harbinger back? That was a dark energy attack, I think. Okay, fortify yourself and get the cover quickly. Yeah, I should have known Harbinger was going to come back charged in. Maybe it wasn't the best idea. Hit him with Incinerate. It's not going to do much until the barrier's down, but oh well, might as well. If it's the only thing we can do, might as well hit him with it. Yeah, see, once you hit him with warp, his armor is actually pretty easy to take down with incendiary ammo and headshots. At least I think that's how warp works. It does a sort of basic level of damage, but then I also think it permanently weakens the armor when it hits it. I need to read the description of warp again sometime, but I think that's how it works. Again, that's why Miranda and Morden are sort of the dream team for most of this run on Insanity.
Be right there.
Miranda just warps the armor, then Morden incinerates it. And why did this guy spawn behind me? I thought that was going to be a good position. I probably picked the worst place to start the fight then.
Reinforcements.
On this map, for some reason I thought they would have been coming from that direction. Oh, come on. Not more husks, please. Incinerate a warp. Harbinger! Oh, he is a little too close for comfort. Okay, this is not great, this is not great. He's gonna stun lock us. Oh dear. Please, please, please. Ah, he had us. Had him in the face. Okay, get the cover quickly, Shepard. Please, Shepard. There we go, nice. This isn't a great position. The other one was far better. Why did I move here? More than Miranda moved back to the old position, it looks like. So they're a lot smarter than me. At least they're drawing fire at the moment, so that helps me out. Morden, he just ran in. What a legend. Morden is really keen to draw fire for me. That is why he is badass. Oh, nope, don't join me over here, please, Morden. They're going to be both shooting at us now. That's not what we needed. We kinda needed you to stay out there and keep drawing fire away from me.
Neutralized.
Oh, are you actually going to listen to me, Morden?
With you.
Right behind you.
Alright, we got them. That's nice. Well, that fight didn't go too badly.
More.
Couple of sticky moments, but we managed to get out of it. Okay, here comes the boss enemy I was trying to remember the name of. Hopefully it'll show us on screen now what it's called.
EDI, we need that system online.
A new one. Whatever that is, don't get too close.
Try to get into a good position. Praetorian? Is that it? I knew it was something that began with P. Yeah, I think it's Praetorian. Praetorian? Okay.
Attack didn't work.
He likes to do that little
You bet.
attack there where he blows himself up right on top of you. So you sort of want to stay back from him. How he puts his bar up after each one of those attacks is probably the most annoying bit of the fight. We'll hit him with that and then we'll put on Disruptor Ammo. I think Disruptor Ammo helps with fire, but I'm not too certain. Swap to Incendiary, I think, because
Recommend something else.
I don't have time to reload the ammo because he's that close to us. Okay, time to run. Morden, you draw us fire and we'll head over this way. Ah, no, he followed us. I was hoping he was going to stay over there and fight Miranda and Morden. Nice. We can't swap to Incendiary. Morden, incinerate, and Miranda, warp him, warp him. Ah, his laser, get behind cover. Okay, fortify ourselves just in case. He's gonna dive bomb, so let's run. Ah, he's hitting us. Okay, let's try to use this truck as cover. Warp and incinerate again, please. Nice. We'll try to get him. Oh, I put up the bar. He was sort of on 1/4 health left, I think. Now we have to wait for his bar again. Oh, it's so annoying. We'll just try to get put as much distance between him and us as we can. So if he stun locks you with his little dive bomb attack, once he gets these lasers out, they just cut through your shields and armor so quickly. Come on around this corner, mate. I just machine gun him, Shepard. Come on, he's almost dead. Come on. Incinerate and warp. Nice, we've got him, we've got him. Nice. Okay, that went pretty well. We didn't die. I'm surprised we died at that other moment. Back on that first Scion fight. But against the main enemy I was worried about, we didn't die at all. That's sort of just how things go sometimes. The bit you're worried about does absolutely nothing to you, and I bet you weren't even thinking about is where you actually get destroyed.
There's nothing we can do. They're gone.
So yeah, here's the guy we saved. He's just gonna complain we didn't do enough to help or whatever.
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
And then Ashley's gonna
Nobody
show
could
up
have done
and
more.
refuse to join us.
Wait. I know that.
And I did romance Ashley in the first game in this run,
Commander Shepard,
but we're gonna probably break up with her now since she's rejecting us,
savior of the
and I'll go romance Jack.
You're
and
the
see how
presence
that
of the
goes.
god to land.
It's been a long time since I romanced Jack. I'm actually not sure if I ever did romance Jack.
You get left behind.
Back in the day, I mainly just romanced Liara
With you Alliance types.
as Femshep, and then as Broshep I always just sort of romanced Tali, and maybe Miranda once or twice,
I
but
thought you were dead. Shepard.
normally that's what the sort of pattern I fell into, was play as Femshep, romance Liara, and then play as Broshep, and
You don't sound too happy to
romance
see me.
Liara in the first
Something
game if I
bothering you,
felt
Ash?
like it, but
Yeah.
if I wasn't in the
Something's
mood I didn't
bothering me.
romance anybody.
I spent the past
In the
2
first
years
game as
believing you were
Broshep,
dead.
and then I
We
would
had
wait until the
something.
second game when Tali
Something
shows up,
real. I
and then we just romance her in 2 and 3.
I thought you were dead.
It's a real shame Tali wasn't a romance option in the first game.
Why didn't
I
you
don't
try
know
to
why
contact
they
me?
did
Why
that, because she
didn't
seemed
you
like
let
sort
me
of
know you were
obvious
alive?
candidate for a romance.
Not my choice.
I
I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt.
suppose Garrus, they could have put him as a
You're
romance
with Cerberus
earlier
now.
as well.
I can't believe
But I
you
guess they
did this
underestimated
right.
how popular he was going to become
So much for
until the
security.
second game.
Alliance Intel said Cerberus could.
And then they were like,
missing
okay, we need to
colonies.
make Garrus
We got a tip
romanceable
that this
here.
one could
We're
be
missing out
investigated.
on such an
I went down there so
opportunity.
that he wouldn't talk, but there were rumors that you weren't dead. Worse, that you were working for the enemy.
Building the defense towers was just a cover story. The Alliance sent you here to investigate me, didn't they?
I was sent here to investigate Cerberus.
Yeah,
not
so
you.
Ashley doesn't really trust Cerberus at all.
I just never
It's
expected
kind
anything
of
like
strange
this.
because in the first game, she's
You
very
just turned your back
pro-human
on all of us. You
and
betrayed the Alliance.
doesn't really like
Everything.
aliens all that much at all.
Betrayed me.
So you
This
would
isn't about me
think she
working for Cerberus,
wouldn't be
Ash.
that sort
Something
of
far more
angry at
important is at
Shepard
stake.
for joining a
You saw it
pro-human.
yourself. The collectors
organization.
are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the
But then we
Rangers.
did spend a lot of time in the
I'd
first
like to
game
believe
fighting
you, Shepard,
Cerberus
but
at
I don't
random
trust
bases and
Cerberus.
stuff.
And it worries me that you.
And
knew.
she probably just thinks that they're an enemy
What
of
if
the
they're behind
Alliance.
it? What if
So
they're
it
the
doesn't
ones
matter
working
if
with
they're
the collectors?
pro-human or not.
Typical Alliance
That's
attitude.
enough for her not
You're so
to
focused
trust
on
them.
Cerberus that you're blind to the real threat.
And Miranda doesn't like
see you
that
won't
she's
listen
got
to
a
reason.
typical Alliance
You
attitude.
show up after 2 years and tell me you're working with Cerberus. Sounds like you left reason behind a long time ago.
If I didn't need
Doesn't matter.
Morden for
I
the
still know where my
incinerate
loyalties
ability,
lie.
I would probably bring
I'm a
Jack
loyal
everywhere.
soldier.
Jack and
It's in
Miranda,
my
because they're a
blood.
pretty fun duo.
I'm reporting back to
They
the
have
city.
around
I'll let
because
them
they're always
decide if they believe
bickering
your
with each
story.
other. It's pretty funny.
So long, Ash.
And I sort of really like that about Mass Effect, that a lot of your squad mates don't really like each other or mistrust each other, and it's not like everybody's best friends all the time. So it's pretty interesting that they let that dynamic happen.
I've had enough of
A
this.
lot of your
colony.
squad mates argue with each other and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching, people. I'll leave it there for today, and we'll be back next time where I think we're going to recruit Tali, maybe? Alright, see you later.